Hello and welcome back to another one of my FPL videos. I of course am the FPL Train, and in this video we're going to take a look at my team selection ahead of Game Week 26. Now I've only got one free transfer for this Game Week, but I'm 99% certain on what that transfer is going to be. I've not made it yet, but I am going to reveal who it is in my team selection. But before obviously any of that, we're going to look back on Game Week 25 and see how I got on. And you can see it there already anyway. I got 92 points overall. I had a pretty good game week, to be fair. So I got a green arrow, not a big green arrow, but a green arrow nevertheless, which means I'm finally back in the top 100k, which is great. Hopefully I can stay in there, but we'll have to see though, because usually when I do this, I just flop for about 3 game weeks, go back into like the top 600k. But hopefully this time I can maintain it. But anyway, let's go through the squad then. So starting off with the goalkeeping situation. So last week I said I was going to start with Dubravka, but then I did say I'm not sure because I think West Ham are going to want to obviously make up for that terrible defeat they had against Arsenal. That wasn't necessarily the case, so they still lost 2-0, but he did manage to get a save point, so that meant I had 3 points from Areola, whereas of course Dubravka conceded 2 goals as well, but didn't get any save points. So that one was the correct decision, thankfully, so that worked out for me. I mean, ideally, it would have been nice to have, obviously, a clean sheet. Obviously, because people like Edison, for example, did score 11 points in this game week. I mean, he did obviously have the double game week, but still. But anyways, so my defenders then. So the 2 on the bench, obviously, Doggy was out injured. Charlie Taylor, though, he did come back, so that was a relief. Even though he did come on for like 28 minutes, concede more than 2 goals. Well, was it 2 goals? I can't quite remember. But he still came away with no points. But either way, he was never going to play in my team anyway. He's on the bench for that game week. So, no points on my bench and my defenders. Obviously, Doggy's still out. But obviously, Trippier just got the 1 point. Bit shocking, really. Thought he'd get I was hoping he would get an attacking return. I did think that Bournemouth would score, to be fair. So, just 1 point from him. Gabriel, I mean, great performance against Burnley. You know, Arsenal are smashing it currently right now. So, happy to get that clean sheet. Estupiñán, I mean, what am I going to do with this guy, man? I mean, he came on right at the end of the game. He did not start, which shocked me, to be honest. I mean, I've heard rumours that he might be benched and that. Something might not be going on, or something might be going on with him, the manager. But yeah, it's really took me back, that has, because I was really sure he would start against Sheffield United, get the clean sheet, which obviously did happen for Brighton. They won 5-0, but instead of getting the 6 pointer, like I was kind of expecting, unfortunately, he came on right at the end and just got me 1 point, which does actually suck, to be fair. With my midfield, though, I mean, look at that. So, last week I said my decision was between, obviously, Núñez was coming in, but it was either going to be Jota or Diaz. Now, I said I was going to go probably Diaz ahead of Jota just because then I wouldn't need to take a hit for game week 26. So I made that decision, and then obviously right at the start of the first game against Brentford, Jota gets an assist, and I'm thinking, here we go. This is the wrong decision, but Jota goes off injured, knee injury, which is a shame for him, and that meant he was out for that game and the second game, whereas Diaz played 90 minutes, I came off in like the 89th minute in the second game, but you know, played both games, got a goal, got an assist, 12 points. How lucky was that? That's just pure luck, that is. It was, if I had the money in the bank to not take a hit for this game week coming, I would have had Jota in my team, to be honest. But the fact that I didn't, I felt like I had to go for Diaz because I didn't want to take a hit. So to get those 12 points, it felt good. That when that goal went in the other night, it did feel good. So yeah, 12 points from him. Great performance there from Diaz. Phil Foden, a bit disappointing to be fair. I mean, Man City, to be fair, really frustrating to watch against both Chelsea and Brentford. Foden had chances, quite a few chances to score, but he just couldn't get it in the net this time, and it was quite frustrating. So he only came away with 5 points there, so that was disappointing. Saka, a man in quality form right now, another couple of goals from him, 15 points. That's 2 weeks in a row he's got 15 points. Absolutely incredible performance from him, so yeah. Arsenal on pretty good run at the minute right now. And Son just got the 2 points. I was pretty disappointed, to be fair, that he only got 2 points. I mean, bit of a disappointing performance, I'd say, from Spurs, considering they were at home to Wolves. I mean, Wolves are a good team, but I still was expecting more. He did start as well, so that does add on probably a bit more disappointment because he had more time on the pitch. So, yeah, overall, Spurs were disappointing, and that meant Douglas Luiz, should I say, was on my bench. But it looked like it was the right decision. I mean, it could have been him or Son in the end that was on the bench, because everybody else who was attacking outperformed, obviously, Son and Douglas Luiz. So my decisions on the bench were 100% correct this week, which is great, really. So yeah, I definitely have to be happy about that. And then my strikers, obviously Darwin Núñez. We all brought him in for the double game week. I said I was bringing him for this double game week and I was going to take him straight back out. And obviously he got injured. He got off in the half time against Brentford, which was really frustrating considering he did score a goal. So that was a shame. So he didn't play it in the next game against Luton. But everybody else had him, so obviously he didn't lose that too much. And he was coming straight back out as well, at least. So I already had that plan. So yeah, I'm not too disappointed this time. Erling Haaland, I mean, wow. How many chances did he need against Chelsea? Obviously, he was my triple captain, so I did activate the triple captainship. But yeah, he has so many chances against Chelsea. I thought, what is going on? But yeah, he blanked against Chelsea. And then when Brentford game came around, I thought, oh, he's going to bang a couple of goals here then. Both games, bear in mind, were at home. And even then, Man City, like, chance, come on, chance. Oh, just couldn't seem to get the ball in net. Finally, he did, thankfully. So yeah, at least he got one return from it, which meant he came away with 30 points at the end. So yeah, I've got to be happy with that one in the end. So yeah, definitely take those 30 points. And then finally, Dominic Solanke. I've got to say, I was really, really happy with this because I made a decision. I know a lot of people took out Solanke or something like that for Darwin Núñez and kept Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins obviously scored the 2 goals against Fulham, which was frustrating. But obviously, I had to take Ollie Watkins out because I have more money in Solanke. So if I took Watkins out, which I have done, I only need now 0.1 extra to bring him in. Because unfortunately, he didn't go down in price. Whereas obviously, Solanke is like 6.9 million. I bought him at 6.4. So it's a big gap difference. So I didn't want that. So thankfully, he got that assist as well as a goal, which means he only came away 1 point less than Ollie Watkins. So I really did get away with that one. I mean, in hindsight now, it would have made sense to keep on both and not have Darwin Núñez. But it made sense to bring him in the team for this game week just gone. But anyways, really happy with those 12 points. So 92 points overall. Green Arrow, top 100k. Definitely happy with that. Right then, on to my team selection then for game week 26. And starting us off with the goalkeepers. This one is quite an easy decision this game week. So I'm going to have Areola in goal against Brentford. I feel like this is the correct decision to go for him over Dubravka, who's got Arsenal away. There's no chance I'm having a double Newcastle defence going up against an Arsenal side at the Emirates who have scored 11 goals in the last 2 game weeks. So there's no chance I'm going for that. Areola is the sensible choice to go for, even though I don't think he'll get a clean sheet either. So who knows, Dubravka could probably get a few extra save points if he gets a load of shots taken at him. But Areola, you never know, he could get save points. Well, honestly, I have no real optimism, to be honest, with my goalkeepers. I'll be lucky, I think, if I get 2 points from either my goalkeepers this game week. So with my defenders then, it's going to be a back 4 this game week. First time, I think, this season I've done a back 4. I mean, I've had no choice, really. Like I said before, I've only got 1 free transfer. And I'm not going to be making it on any of my defenders for this game week. So realistically, I had no choice. I've got 11 players currently. Well, I've only got 11 players available if I use that 1 free transfer. So I have no choice really. So starting us off then is Trippier. Arsenal away is a nightmare fixture, if I'm being honest. Not something I really want for this game week, if I'm being honest. So I'm not optimistic in terms of clean sheet. Hopefully though, he could get maybe an assist in this game, which, you know, I'd take 4 points. You know, I'll definitely snap your hand off if you give me 4 points Trippier at this game week coming. So yeah, not optimistic there. Gabriel's got obviously Newcastle at home, and I do think, honestly, he's going to do well in this game week. Because obviously, if you remember the controversy in the last time these two played with that, was it a goal, wasn't it a goal? And obviously, Gabriel was involved in that. I'm expecting revenge this game week, if I'm being honest. So I'm pretty confident Gabriel is going to do really well in this game week. Charlie Taylor, I mean, will he start in this game? I'm not 100% sure, if I'm being honest. I'm really hoping he does, though. Obviously, he came back in the last game week against Arsenal, all teams. Not the best team to come back against, should I say. But he did come back nevertheless, got half an hour in. So hopefully, that is enough now for Company to start him against Crystal Palace away. Crystal Palace away is an okay fixture. Obviously, now they've got the new manager. I don't know if they'll get like that manager bounce, which is A little concerning if I'm being honest, but fingers crossed this game ends in a boring 0-0 and obviously Charlie Taylor starts and I get those 6 points. Big gamble, but yeah, hopefully that works out for me. And then finally, Espinan. Really not sure on this one. Obviously, I don't think he's going to start. I've lost confidence now in him, but I can't take him out currently right now. I'm going to have to leave him in my team for now. Hopefully he starts. I'm praying he does start because Everton at home is a very nice fixture for Brighton. So fingers crossed he starts. I'm not confident, but if he does come on, hopefully he can get somehow an attacking return. So that brings me on to my midfield now. It's going to be just a 3-man midfield for this game week with Son and Diaz both blanking this game week, which sucks. But still, Phil Foden's got Bournemouth away. Pretty confident, to be fair, that Phil Foden can do something in this game. I think Man City are looking good. I mean, I know they're not scoring goals like we expected, but I think it's coming. A big 5-0 hauler is coming soon. I don't think they're going to win 5-0 against Bournemouth, to be fair, but I do think they're going to score more than one goal against Bournemouth this game week. Douglas Luiz is starting. Obviously, he's been on my bench for a few weeks now, but I do think he can do pretty well in this fixture. It's Forest at home, so that's a positive. It's at Villa Park. He's on penalties, which is a big positive. Now, Forest are looking quite good defensively, so it's a bit sceptical, should I say. But I'm hoping, obviously, that it works out. You know, if penalty comes, he's taking it, I'll be buzzing. So I've got him in there alongside Saka. Newcastle is still a tough fixture, nevertheless, what people say, but they're leaking goals. So Saka and Man in hot form right now. I am confident he can do well, but can't forget this is going to be a tough fixture. And they did do a number on him, Newcastle did last time, but who knows what could happen this time. It's at the Emirates, and hopefully this time he can overcome what he struggled with last time. But yeah, I do think he's going to do really well in this game week. And that leads me then on to my forwards. So we'll talk about the obvious one first. The one transfer, I've not actually officially made it yet, because I'm going to wait till, because there's no price changes from the looks of it going to happen tonight. I'll have to double check that actually, but so far from what I've seen, it doesn't look like Ollie Watkins is going to go up in price. Same with Darwin Núñez, it doesn't look like he's going to be going down in price tonight. So if that's the case, I will wait till tomorrow to make the transfer, but this is the transfer that I'm going to be making. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was really considering which striker to go for between Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney, but I've looked at the fixtures and I've decided I think Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins is the better decision. He's got Forest at home, whereas Brentford got West Ham away, which isn't a bad fixture. But then obviously Villa goes away to Luton, whilst Brentford are home to Chelsea. And then obviously game week 28, Aston Villa do have a tough fixture, but it's at home against Spurs who do leaking goals. Whereas Brentford, they've got an away game to Arsenal, which isn't easy at all. And both obviously guys do have fixtures in game week 29 as well, which obviously is a bonus, so it doesn't really matter in that obviously terms. So realistically, if I was to bring Ivan Toney in, it probably wouldn't be until game week 33, if I'm being honest, because his fixtures do look pretty decent from then on. So Ollie Watkins just feels like the best option to go for, so I will be having him for this game week. And obviously Forest, I did mention they're quite good defensively at the minute of the new manager, but hopefully they can break them down with the game being at Villa Park. Erling Haaland's going to be my captain for this game week. Bournemouth away, it's not a bad fixture to be fair. I think it's probably the best fixture that I've got available in terms of a captaincy. Like I said, Ollie Watkins is at home to Forest, but Forest are looking good defensively. And obviously, who else have I got? Saka's got Newcastle at home, which is technically a tough fixture. So yeah, I'm going to be going for Haaland as captain, and I do think he'll be able to score in this game week. And then that does leave me then with Slanky. Obviously, he's got Man City. It is at home. He did score an offside goal, bear in mind, against Man City earlier on in the season. Was a bit close, but, it was offside, which, is a shame. But, I do think he could do pretty well here. He has blanked the last couple of times against some of the big clubs. So, if I'm being honest, I think he will blank again. But there's no chance at this moment in time I'm even considering taking Solanke out of my team. Because, obviously, after this game week, which is a tough fixture for him, Bournemouth go on an incredible run. Hopefully they get knocked out in the FA Cup as well, and so do Wolves. So they have that fixture in game week 29 as well, because Bournemouth's run is incredible after game week 26. So that is it then. That is my team selection for game week 26. That is 99% certain what my team is going to be looking like for this game week. I'm pretty confident. Well, I say I'm pretty confident. I'm not confident the team's going to do amazing, but the fact is, I don't have to take any hits. I'm going to have, hopefully, 11 players. Obviously, we don't know if Taylor or SP9's going to start, but I do expect either both of them to come off the bench, so I will get at least 1 point each from them both. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big game week. It's not going to be a 92 points, so I'm expecting this to be more of like, if I'm being honest, maybe a 40-point mark kind of game week, if I'm being honest. Hopefully I get another green arrow, but we'll have to wait and see about that. So yeah, that is my team then. Let me know what you think of this team. Let me know what transfers you think I should probably be making, who I'm missing out. If you like this video, please click that like button. Click that like button. Don't forget as well to hit subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.